This video is for those who take their physical presence seriously. You likely believe that heavy deadlifts are sufficient to build impressive forearms. This error leaves your physique looking fragile and incomplete in a t-shirt. To master your development, subscribe to this channel for no-nonsense protocols. Today, I will show you how to target the specific muscles that drive visible growth. Let's begin. 1. The hypertrophy hierarchy. Most lifters waste months on wrist curls without seeing any measurable change in size. This is because they ignore the hierarchy of muscle growth potential in the lower arm. The wrist flexors and extensors have limited room for hypertrophy. If you want a thick, powerful look, you must prioritize the brachioradialis. This muscle sits on the top part of your forearm near the elbow. It is the single most important muscle for creating a three-dimensional arm. Targeting it requires moving beyond standard palms-up movements. You must embrace neutral and pronated grips to force this muscle to adapt. Ignoring this anatomy is why your arms look small despite your bicep peak. 2. Vertical loading for maximum width. The hammer curl is the foundation of forearm thickness. By using a neutral grip, you shift the load away from the bicep and onto the brachioradialis. Do not use momentum or swing the weights. Every repetition must be a controlled, deliberate contraction. The second mandatory movement is the reverse barbell curl. This exercise targets the brachioradialis while simultaneously taxing the wrist extensors. It is an uncomfortable movement that most people avoid. That is exactly why you must do it. Perform these with a straight bar or an EZ bar to find the most effective angle for your wrists. Heavy loads in these positions will force your forearms to widen significantly. 3. The leverage factor and structural integrity. Size, without structural integrity, is a recipe for chronic injury. Many lifters suffer from golfers or tennis elbow because of muscle imbalances. The wrist roller is the most effective tool for correcting these weaknesses. It provides a constant tension that traditional dumbbells cannot replicate. When using the roller, keep your arms at your sides with a slight bend in the elbow. Do not hold the roller straight out in front of you. This turns the exercise into a shoulder movement and reduces the load on your forearms. Roll the weight up using only your wrists, then control it on the way down. Alternating between extension and flexion will build a bulletproof joint. This structural work allows you to lift heavier in every other movement you perform. 4. The force. Output. Bottleneck. Your forearms are the bridge between your strength and the weight. If your grip fails, your back and leg training will suffer. Building a crushing grip is not about aesthetics, it is about removing your physical limits. Heavy-duty grippers are a primary tool for developing closing force. These should be treated like any other heavy lift with low reps and high intensity. For those short on time, fat grips are a mandatory investment. They increase the diameter of the bar, making every pull a grip challenge. This forces more motor units to fire in the hands and forearms during rows and pull-ups. For an unconventional but highly effective alternative, use the rice bucket. Digging and rotating your hands against the resistance of the rice builds lateral strength. This neglected plane of movement is what separates average arms from elite ones. 5. The high-frequency adaptation protocol. Forearms are composed of resilient muscle fibers that recover quickly. Training them once a week is a waste of time. To see real change, you must increase your frequency to 3 or 4 sessions per week. They are designed for constant use and can handle a high volume of work. Start your first session with 4 sets of heavy hammer curls. Follow this with 3 sets of the wrist roller in both directions. Finish with 2 minutes of intense work in the rice bucket or with grippers. On your second session, replace hammer curls with slow, controlled reverse curls. Always prioritize form over the amount of weight on the bar. Ego lifting with your wrists will only lead to inflammation and setbacks. Now you know the exact mechanics of forearm hypertrophy and structural health. While these exercises are essential, the neurological signals required to trigger growth are even more important. To ensure you receive the breakdown on nervous system recovery, subscribe to my channel. So, proceed to the next video on central nervous system optimization. If you don't understand the science of recovery, your hard work in the gym will be wasted.